2 years later, Thang, I am home, Yama, he said as he closed the door behind him and started removing his footwears. Mrs. Kim, oh, son, you are here. Do you want to talk to Jimin? Thang, no, ma'am, I will talk to him later on. Mrs. Kim, fine. Thang started walking towards the stairs when Mrs. Kim stopped him. Mrs. Kim, where are you going? Thang, upstairs. Mrs. Kim, first of all, eat your lunch and then go. Thang, I will eat it later. Mrs. Kim, was your day not good? How was it? Why are you behaving like this? Did something happen in your university? Thang, well, wasn't that. I'm just not feeling good. I will be taking some rest. After that, I will be fine. Mrs. Kim, alright. If you need something, call me, huh? Thang, fine, Yama. Mrs. Kim then again continued on his phone. She was talking to Jimin. After some time, she finally cut the call. Mrs. Kim went upstairs to Thang. Mrs. Kim, Thang, open the door. She said as she knocked the door. There was no response, so Mrs. Kim opened the door and went inside. She found him sleeping on the bed. Mrs. Kim, oh God, is he really not okay? She went towards him and checked his temperature. Mrs. Kim, no, it's all okay. I think he's not feeling well. I should let him sleep then. She took the blanket and covered him properly and left from there, closing the door behind her. That evening, Mrs. Kim, Thanga, come on, you should eat something. You haven't eaten anything from afternoon. Thang, fine, coming, he yelled from his room. Sometimes later, he came downstairs. Mr. Kim, are you alright, Thang? Thang, yes, Appa, now I am feeling a little bit better. Mrs. Kim, what did happen to you? Thang, I don't know, I just felt like I am going to fall down. I felt a little bit dizzy, that's why I took a little bit rest. Mrs. Kim, fine. Mr. Kim, well, Thang, can you send me an email? Thang, which email, Appa? Mr. Kim, oh, it came 2 or 3 years ago. Can you check it? I don't remember, but that employee said it was sent to our house and he said that it's your email ID, so I think it might be there. Thang, but why do you need that now? Mr. Kim, actually, it was skipped at that time and they say that now we have to continue that project. Thang, fine, I will check it out later. Mr. Kim, okay, if you find it, then send me, okay? Thang, fine, I will send it. They all ate and Thang went to his room. While he was studying, he remembered that his appa said him to send the email. So he started scrolling through all the emails. After some time, he finally found the email. He sent that to his father and when he was about to go back to the home screen, his eyes fell on an email box. Wait, what is it? He opened it and saw an invitation card. He opened it and found a admission card. What is it? A admission card? Thang started to read all those informations given in the admission card. But why is it sent by Jimin's email ID? If it's the... Wait, is it that university's admission card where Jimin went? He started to look for the date and it was exactly the date when Jimin left from there. Oh God, why did I ignore all those emails at that time? But why did he send this to me? Is it mine? Should I apply for it now? I think I should ask Yoma and Appa. He rushed downstairs and went in front of Mr. and Mrs. Kim while they both were watching TV. Mr. Kim, what happened? Actually, I got an email from university where Jimin studies. Mr. Kim, what? Did something happen to Jimin? No, nothing happened to him, but it was an admission form. Can I apply for it? Mrs. Kim, do you really want to go there? Yes, I want to. You know, I don't like to go to university or anywhere alone. Mrs. Kim, of course I know, my dear. I know you can't go anywhere without Jimin. You can go if you wish. Isn't it, honey? Mr. Kim, well, that's true. You can go anywhere you wish. You have that freedom, my dear. Ham, really, Appa? Mr. Kim, of course, yes, dear. A smile appeared on Taeyang's face. He hugged both of them and ran upstairs. Taeyang, finally I can go to him now. I won't leave you, Jimin. You left me without saying anything. But wait, I don't even know where he lives. What shall I do? If I asked Yamma and Appa, then they will think that I never talked to Jimin after he went from here. Just then a message popped on his phone. He looked towards it and smiled. Taeyang, Appa already booked the ticket? Oh my god, he's the best, Appa. He yelled thank you from upstairs itself. Mr. and Mrs. Kim smiled at him, and he also noticed that there was Jimin's location where he lives. He got more happier. He ran downstairs. Taeyang, Yamma, Appa, please don't say Jimin. I will give him a surprise. Mr. and Mrs. Kim, we won't, my dear. Don't worry. Taeyang, thank you so much. He left from there and went upstairs, keeping all those stuffs he needs. He packed his bag. Just then, Taeyang heard knock on his door. He opened it and Mr. and Mrs. Kim came inside. Mr. Kim, so how many exams are left? Taeyang, only one. I will be giving it tomorrow morning and leaving at evening. Mrs. Kim, well, that's good. I got scared that I thought you won't be able to give some exams, but I'm glad that only one exam is left. Taeyang, well, yes, Mr. Kim, okay, go safely. We will send you the report card later when it comes out. Taeyang, don't worry about that, Appa. I will try to take it from online itself. Mr. Kim, alright, then it's better. Well, are you okay to go alone? Taeyang, of course, I am alright. I can do it alone. After all, Jimmy also went alone, isn't it? Mrs. Kim, of course, but he isn't scared of going alone anywhere, but you are. Taeyang, not if I am going to Jimin. Others chuckled. Mr. Kim, alright then. Do you want any help? Taeyang, no, Appa, I am done. I'm just going to study a little bit more and then I will go to bed. Mrs. Kim, go to bed soon so that you won't be tired tomorrow. Taeyang, well, fine, I will be taking good sleep. Mr. Kim, you should take or else you won't be able to travel properly. It would be really more tiring if you didn't get enough sleep. Taeyang, it's alright, Appa, I will be fine. I just need to study a little bit more, then I will go to bed. I need to prepare for the exams too, and it's the last exam, so this semester will be ending after this. Mr. Kim, alright then, we will be leaving. Study hard, fighting. Taeyang, yay, fighting. And good night. Mr. and Mrs. Kim, good night, child. Saying that, they left from there. Taeyang closed the door and directly went to the study table and started studying. After studying for 4 to 5 hours, he looked at the time. It was already 3 o'clock at morning. He thought of taking some rest and directly went to sleep. The next morning, it was his exam day, so he got ready early and went to university. He went inside the room and sat with all the things which he need. He took out and kept them on the table. After some time, the teacher entered and said all those students to sit at their own places and keep all the things which they need. After that, he distributed the papers, and the paper was for 3.5 hours, but Taeyang was done after 3 hours itself. So he kept the paper and came out of the class. He directly went home and completed his packing, which was left. He took some snacks for the way. Mr. Kim, when was your flight? Taeyang, it's at 7 o'clock. Mr. Kim, alright, I will drop you then. Taeyang, are you free at that time? Mr. Kim, yes, I am free. Taeyang, but it's alright, you can rest. I will be going by bus. Mrs. Kim, No child, you can go with your father. He will leave you and come back. Taeyang, well, okay. It was only 1 o'clock, so he thought of taking a little bit of rest. He told Mr. Kim and Mrs. Kim that he is going to take some rest and went upstairs. After taking some rest, he got up at 5:30 and got ready to go to airport. Mr. Kim dropped him at the airport and came back. He still had 30 minutes before his flight, so he waited for some more time, and after that, he finally got into the flight. He was very much excited to meet Jimin again. As soon as the flight started, he put his headphone on his head and started playing a song on his phone. The next morning, he was finally at his destination. It was very much early morning. He came out of the flight and went outside of the airport searching for a taxi. Soon he found a taxi and told the location where Jimin lives. It took 41 minutes to arrive near the building. He got off the car and paid the money. After that, he went inside the building, but he was confused which floor Jimin lived. So he went towards the reception and asked for Jimin's room. The receptionist said that it was on 5th floor and 4th room from the starting. He said thank you to her and went towards the elevator. Soon it announced 5th floor and he came out of the elevator. His nervousness grew as he searched for Jimin's room. He was nervous, thinking that what will Jimin think after such a long time and what will be he talking about. It's been long since they didn't talk or met each other. He gathered up some courage and finally on the switch of bell. The bell rang and Jimin spoke from inside. Who's there? Listening to Jimin's voice, Taeyang's body filled with happiness. He didn't hear it after Jimin left from there. It was his last that night when he heard Jimin's voice. After that, it's been long since he heard Jimin's voice. He didn't reply anything and waited for Jimin to open the door. After some time, Jimin finally opened the door, and as soon as the door was open, Taeyang jumped on Jimin. Taeyang. Taeyang didn't respond to anything and kept hugging him. His legs were around his waist and he was holding him tightly. Jimin knew that he won't be leaving him so soon, so he took his bags inside and closed the door. He went inside and sat on a couch. After some times of silence, Jimin finally broke it. Jimin, Taeyanga, how did you come here? Still there wasn't any response. Jimin, I'm really sorry, Taeyang. I know I left you when you already asked me not to leave. But what could I do? I just wanted to avoid you. Taeyang finally spoke. Taeyang, so in order to avoid me, you left me. Jimin, no. What should I do? But I couldn't control myself and I knew if I would be living there, then I'm pretty sure I won't be able to control myself. I wanted to get control on myself. I wanted to control my feelings. Taeyang, but what's wrong in that? Jimin, nothing is wrong for us, but for our parents, it's always wrong, isn't it? They won't accept it. Do you think they will? Taeyang, I don't care about anyone in this world. And they are our parents. They will surely accept us. Jimin, but it's really hard, Taeyang. Taeyang, I know, but if we are together, I am pretty sure we will be able to fight it. But you really left me without even meeting me for last time. Where were you the whole day? Jimin, well, I was at home. Taeyang, what? Jimin, yes, I was at home. Actually, I said Yoma and Appa that I'm leaving. And after Yoma and Appa got busy, I sneaked inside the house. And also when I saw you leaving, then only I came inside. Taeyang, but why did you did that? Jimin, because I was embarrassed. I know you lost your control, but I should have at least stopped you. But instead I enjoyed. Taeyang, what? Did you enjoy? Jimin, of course, I liked you a lot, Thiang. It's not like I don't like you or love you. I love you the most, Thiang, but it's just our society and our parents which is stopping me. It's just I'm really very embarrassed. Thiang, but why do you think about them when I am not? Jimin, I know you don't think about, but you know I am very sensitive. If I start listening to all this, I will get more sadder and I might get anxiety. Thiang, but I will be there to help you. And I'm pretty sure I will never let you get any anxiety. You won't be in bad health condition. Jimin, I know you won't let me, but still, it was hard for me. I just wanted to avoid my feelings, but instead it grew more when I came here. I carved to live with, to go to you. I carved to be with you. I carved to hug you and sleep with you. But I wasn't having any way because I was the one who left from there. And before my university ends, I can't go there again. Thiang, so why didn't you told me that you send me the admission form? Jimin, I sent you. I didn't want to tell you, but I did send you that because I wanted you to find it out on your own and come to me. I waited every single night and prayed that you would be coming. I cried every single night. There wasn't a single day when I never cried. I missed you a lot, Thiang, but I wasn't having any choice. I wasn't able to go back to you again. I wasn't having that much of courage. Thiang, but why did you stop yourself? Jimin, you know, I thought you will hate me. I thought you will not accept me again. Thiang, is that so? Do you think I won't accept you? And do you think I won't? Who am I to do that, Jimin? I loved you. And a person who loves other can never hate him or never not accept the person. Jimin, although I knew, but my mind never let me to think about that. It always taught me that if I went back, then you will hate me. And you know, I didn't have that much of courage to go back to you, or else might already gone back to you, or I might have called you. Thiang, do you think I will hate you? A person who came running to you and hugged you as soon as I saw you. Do you think this person will hate you ever? Jimin, of course not, Thiang. I am not at all thinking that you will hate me. But you know my mind is never stable. It just let me to think that. I am really sorry, Thiang. I am really sorry. I don't think you really deserve me. Thiang, stop it. I deserve you and you deserve me. I don't care about the world. Jimin, well, I will try my best, but please, Thiang, we can't do this, isn't it? We have to think about our parents. What will they think? They will be really upset that they grew the two boys and they fell in love with each other. It's not possible, Thiang. Please understand. Thiang, enough, Jimin. Enough is enough. Don't talk any stupidity. I'm pretty sure parents will never go against our decision. They might get angry, but they will understand us. Jimin, well, that's true. Thiang, you know how much I cried just for you. Just because of you, I was always afraid that something might happen to you. I was so much. Jimin, alright, don't cry, please. He said as he noticed that Thiang started crying. As he saw Thiang crying, tears also fell from his eyes. Thiang finally backed off from the hug and sat straight on his lap. Thiang, now promise me you will never leave me again. Jimin, I won't. I will never do that, Thiang. Not ever in my entire life. Thiang, how will I agree that? How should I trust on you now? Jimin, you won't trust me? Thiang, of course I do, but what will make me trust you again? Because that day I already told don't leave me, but you still left. So, how can you bring my trust back? And do you really love me? Jimin, of course, I love you. I love you the most, Thiang. Thiang, so will you stop thinking about the world now? Jimin, yes, of course I will do. I will do anything for you, Thiang. Thiang, then how will you prove it? Can you prove it? Jimin, well, I have to think about it. Thiang, just prove it, then I will trust on you again. Jimin, okay, so, I think, but I don't know how to prove it. Thiang, just do. I don't know what you will do. Just prove it. I don't want anything else. Jimin, fine, just don't get angry. Taeyang, what are you gonna do? Soon he was pulled closer and their faces were too close to each other. Taeyang, Jimin, Jimin, you said to prove it, right? Then here, Jimin addressed his lips with Taeyang's. Taeyang smiled between kiss and kissed him back. Soon Jimin backed off from the kiss. Jimin, is it completed now? Am I proved to you? Taeyang, well, I think you have to prove you again. Jimin, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. Taeyang, you have to, or else I'm not going to believe you. Jimin, don't believe, I don't care. Taeyang, really? Taeyang said as he pinned Jimin to the couch. Jimin, Taeyang, leave me, I will make something to eat, I'm hungry. Aren't you hungry? Taeyang, of course I am hungry. Jimin, then get up. Taeyang, but for you. Jimin, yeah, come on, please stop flirting. Taeyang, then just prove yourself. Jimin, no, I won't do it again. Taeyang, then I will do, he said as he smashed his lips on Jimin's. Jimin responded to kiss by kissing him back. After some time, they finally broke the kiss. Taeyang, it was really tasty. I would like to eat this food every day. Jimin, never. Taeyang, but I will do. Shall we continue that what we left that night? Taeyang said as he started leaning towards Jimin's face. Jimin, yeah, no, stop it. Or else I'm going to kill you. Taeyang, alright, then kill me. But after that also you won't be able to get rid of me. I will keep following you after becoming a ghost. Jimin, yeah, leave me, I'm hungry. Taeyang, then eat me. Jimin, but I don't want to. Leave me. Yeah, leave. I haven't even eaten yet. We have to sleep too. Taeyang, fine. Just once, he said as he got up from Jimin. Jimin got up and went towards the kitchen. He started to cook something and Taeyang didn't left his side. He hugged him from the back and kept hugging him until he was done cooking. Jimin, go and get fresh. Taeyang, no, I won't. I want to be with you until I'm satisfied. I have been away from you from a long time now. Jimin, fine. But at least go and get fresh. Taeyang, alright, where is the washroom? Jimin, beside the bedroom. Taeyang left Jimin and went towards the washroom. After 15 minutes, he came out and saw Jimin sitting on the chair. The food was already served. He sat beside Jimin and Jimin, you are here? Taeyang, yes. Jimin, let me serve you food. He said as he got up and served food for himself and Taeyang. Taeyang, oh my god, finally I'm going to eat the food cooked by you. Jimin, well, yes. Tell me how it is. Taeyang, fine, let me taste it first. Jimin, yep. Jimin looked at Taeyang as Taeyang picked up the spoon and tasted the food. Taeyang looked at Jimin and made a weird face. Jimin, what happened? Isn't it good? Taeyang, well, it's quite good, he said as he smiled at last. Jimin, you scared me. He picked up the spoon and started eating. After they were done with their dinner, they did the dishes together, and when they were in their room and watching TV, Taeyang started to flirt with Jimin. But Jimin didn't respond for a long time. Soon when Jimin was frustrated with it, he closed the TV and pinned Taeyang to the bed. Jimin, you won't stop, right? Taeyang, well, not today. Jimin, fine. Just be ready. Taeyang, I'm already ready. Jimin smashed his lips on Taeyang, and hence they ended up by making love. Taeyang, it was the best day ever, he said as he cuddled with Jimin. Taeyang nodded in agreement. He pecked Taeyang's lips and snuggled into Taeyang's neck. Jimin, good night, baby. Taeyang, what? What did you say? Jimin, you heard it, isn't it? So I'm not going to tell it again. Yeah, stop teasing me and tell it again. What did you say? Jimin, no, I'm not going to say. Yeah, don't tease me. Jimin, well, I said baby. Oh my god, I'm going to get heart attack. Jimin, don't get, what will happen to me then? I'm not going to get, I'm not going to leave you alone. You know I was dying to listen that from your mouth. Jimin, that's why I told. Of course. It really feels so good to listen that from your mouth. Jimin, fine, now slip. Once more. Jimin, good night, baby. He said as he squeezed Taeyang's cheeks. Good night, love. He said and pecked Jimin's forehead. Both of them slowly drifted to the slab. The next morning, when Jimin's sleep broke while listening to the alarm, he searched for the phone and off the alarm. He slowly opened his eyes and looked towards Taeyang and smiled. He pecked on Taeyang's neck and kissed Taeyang on his lips. Taeyang's sleep broke, feeling Jimin's lips. After a long passionate kiss, Jimin begged off. Jimin, good morning, love. Good morning. It was the best morning ever for me. Jimin, you will have this morning every day. Alright, don't get back from your work. Jimin, I won't. That's more like you. Jimin, fine, let's go to university now. You also have to get admission, isn't it? Well, yes. Jimin was allowed to go out until he realized that he was prepared. He slided into the blanket again. What happened? Are you going? Said as he smiled. Jimin, yeah, stop it. As Jimin slided into the blanket, Taeyang hugged him. Jimin, yeah, get my pens. Taeyang, no, I won't. Jimin, yeah, please, he said, getting frustrated. Taeyang, fine, I will carry you. He said as he wore his shorts under the blanket and wrapped Jimin with the blanket and took him to the washroom. Time skipped. As the time passed, both of them started to spend quality time with each other and became more romantic and flirty towards each other. After a long wait, both of them were finally together, not knowing what future has kept for them. Finally, after 2 years, when they were done with their university studies, they decided to go back to Korea, to their home, and hence after their graduation, they directly went back to their hometown. When they both were in airport, Jimin stopped from walking ahead. Jimina, what happened? Jimin, I don't know why I feel weird. Are you okay? Do you have any fever or something? Jimin, no, I'm alright, but I'm having a weird feeling. What is it? Jimin, I don't know. I don't know why it's happening, but I think it's not good for us to go home. I think something bad might happen. What will happen when we go home? Nothing. Let's just go. I'm missing your mom and Appa. I want to meet them. Jimin, can we just stay out for a while? Come on. Let's go home and keep our stuffs. Then we can come out. Maybe are you getting scared because we are going to face them? Jimin, well, I don't know what is it. Fine, if you want, let's go then. Hold my hands, nothing will happen. Jimin, fine. Both of them intertwined their fingers and started going towards the bus stop. Soon the bus arrived, both of them sat, and after some time they finally arrived. Although Taeyang was having the same kind of feeling Jimin was having, he served it away and he was filled with excitement. He again held Jimin's hand and dragged him towards their house. Soon both of them arrived their house. Mrs. Kim opened the house and her face brightened up after seeing both of them. She ran and hugged both of them. Mrs. Kim, I missed you a lot, my child. Taeyang and Jimin, we also missed you, Amma. Where is Appa? Mrs. Kim, he has gone for for some work. He will be back soon. Jimin, oh. So, shall we take these stuffs inside? We are really hungry. Please make something for us. Mrs. Kim, fine, I will take something. Just get fresh up, okay? Yeah, fine, Amma. Both of them carried their stuffs and went towards their room. Yeah. Oh my god, I miss this room so much. Jimin, well, I also missed it. You are going to fresh up first? Yeah, no, I'm not going. Jimin, then I will be going. Yeah, wait, I will also go. Jimin, yeah, I'm not going to let you go with me. Yeah, come on. Please, 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 please. Jimin, no way. He said as he ran inside the washroom and closed the door. Yeah, open the door. Jimin, no. Yeah, please. Jimin, no. Fine, he said as he went back towards their bed and sat on it. He sat and waited for Jimin. After 15 minutes, Jimin came out with a towel around his waist. Oh my god, you didn't take your clothes? Jimin, it's because of you, I forgot it. Hyang got up and went towards Jimin. That's good. I am very much happy that I made you forget it. Jimin, yeah, I'm not going to leave you. Just go, let's go and eat. I'm very hungry. After you give me a kiss, I will let you go. Jimin, just go and get fresh, then I will do. Promise? Will you wait for me? Jimin, no. Hyang held Jimin's waist and bent closer to his face. Jimin, yeah. What? I'm just taking what is mine, he said as he addressed his lips with Jimin. Just then Mrs. Kim opened the door and she was shocked to see both of them kissing. Mr. Kim was also behind her. He got shocked to see that too. He directly went inside and parted both of them. Jimin and Hyang were also shocked to see their parents there. Jimin, Yoma, Appa, what are you doing here? Before Jimin could complete his sentence, Mr. Kim slapped both of them. Mr. Kim, what were you both doing here? Appa, what's wrong? I like him, and he also do. So what's wrong here? Mr. Kim, what the fuck are you saying? Have you gone crazy or something? Jimin, that's true, Appa. We love each other. What is the problem here? Mr. Kim, you can never be together, got it? But what's wrong? Mr. Kim, just mind it. You can never be together, got it? He said as he dragged Hyang out of the room. Jimin, Appa, wait, why are you taking him? Mr. Kim, just be there. He said as he went outside and closed the door from outside, and he took Hyang to another room and closed him inside that room. Both of them started shouting while knocking the door. Mrs. Kim, who was still standing outside the room, frozen, looked towards Mr. Kim as he came towards her. Mrs. Kim, what was this? Mr. Kim, nothing, they will be fine. It's just their madness. They have gone crazy. Once we fix their marriage, they will be fine. Mrs. Kim, but how did it happen? How can they fall for each other? They are brothers. Mr. Kim, I don't know how it happened, but I don't care about that. They have to marry whoever we choose now. Mrs. Kim, what about those two girls from you? Where you got that proposal from your friend? Mr. Kim, that would be better. Let's just fix their marriage as soon as possible. Mrs. Kim, fine. 2 days later, Mr. Kim fixed their marriage with two girls who were his friend's daughters. They gave Jimin and Hyang food, but they didn't know that they never ate anything. 2 days they didn't eat anything, and the day of their marriage, both of them were looking very much pale. Mrs. Kim asked both of them whether they ate or not, when both of them denied that they never ate anything and it was still kept in the room. Mr. Kim didn't bother about whether they ate or not. He just wanted to make them marry with those two girls. As Hyang and Jimin were taken towards the each other and went lost in each other's eyes. Their eyes were telling everything to each other, although they weren't able to utter a single word. Both of them also were shocked to see that those two girls who were going to marry them were none other than Winter and Karina. When the priest was about to start the wedding, Jimin stopped him and spoke. Everyone's attention was on him. Mr. and Mrs. Kim ran towards him and took the mic from him. Mrs. Kim, what are you doing? Jimin, just once. I want to see something. Mr. Kim, no. Jimin, fine. I will say without mic itself. Mrs. Kim, have you gone crazy? Just be silent and marry her. Jimin, rather than marrying her, I would love to die. Mr. Kim was about to slap him, but he stopped as there were many people. Mr. Kim, just don't do any stupidity. I'm not doing anything because there are many people, so be silent and get married. Jimin, Appa, he said loudly. Soon everyone got scattered because of his voice. Gossip filled the air. Jimin, everyone, please be silent. I'm not going to listen your gossip at this time. Just be silent and listen what I'm going to say now. Mr. Kim, be silent, Jimin. Jimin, I know that I was very scared back up, but not anymore. Hyung gave me that strength to speak, so I will speak. No matter what, I will tell everything to the world. That I love Hyung. I don't love anyone else than my brother. I love Hyung. And if I can't be his, then I will be no one's. Mrs. Kim, enough, Jimin, enough. Just be silent or else I'm not going to leave you. Some people came from behind as Jimin symboled them and they took Mrs. and Mr. Kim back. And those people were none other than their Jimin and Hyung's friends. Jimin, so listen to me. I am Jimin and he is my brother Hyung. We love each other, but I know you would be thinking that how brothers fell for each other. It might seem impossible, but it isn't. When you get loved by someone, you will also start developing feelings for that person. Although you can say that it could be named as a brotherly love, but it isn't. It isn't brotherly love. We also thought that even I thought that it is not fair for us to love each other. But he made me feel that it's not true. We can love each other. We didn't know what the feelings were, but as we grew together, we came to know about our feelings for each other. We never knew that we are in love. Although I was very scared back then, I also avoided him for a long time. But later I understood that it's not about getting scared if we love each other. I should just get some strength and fight with the world, and that's why able to fight with you all. Or else I would have never spoke so loudly if Hyung wouldn't have gave me that courage. I would like to say that I love him. I love him. I love you, Hyung. I really do love you. Hyung was also shocked to see Jimin like this. I know we are brothers, but what's the problem? Love can be done to anyone, right? Love is love. Love is not defined for anything. We can love anyone, isn't it? So why can't we be together? It's just because we are brothers. That's why we can't be together. That doesn't make sense, isn't it? Because we love each other, so we can be together. I know it's not in the culture that we should love our own brother, but it's not our fault that we fell for each other. I don't know what destiny have prepared for us, but if I can't be his, then I won't be anyone else. I really love him. There was still some gossip, so Jimin spoke loudly. I said no gossip. Didn't you all understood? I know you all would be saying that how can I love him. Yes, I love him. I do love him. Well, just keep yourself in place of me. If you would have loved someone, would you have let him go just because of the society? Would you have just let him go because of your parents? Well, if you did, and even if I did, do you think you will be happy after getting married to the person you don't want to, you don't love to? Do you think you will be happy after getting married to that person? Do you think you will be happy just just because the society won't be talking stupid about you. I know society will talk, but it will be for a small period of time and it will end soon. But the pain of getting married to the person to whom you don't love will be remain forever, although you will be silent just because of the society. We might sacrifice our love for society, but society won't remember even if we married. It will just for a small period. They will forget for sure. They will just forget everything. It is just for a small period of time, and I'm pretty sure about that. That's why I loved him. That's why I started to accept my feelings towards him. I know my parents don't like this, but I would like to say that I would love to die rather than getting married to anyone else to whom I don't love. I love him. Changa, I really love you. If our destiny haven't prepared us to be together in this world, then we will be together in heavens. I will be love to be there with you. Let's meet in heavens. I will be waiting for you, Thiam. Just tell me, you all, what would you have done if you would have accepted your parents, or I would have accepted what my parents want and just married to her? Do you think you would be happy to get married to that person and be happy for your whole life? Or you would choose to get married to whom you love and just be happy with that person, not caring about the world? Because you know that the world will forget about this soon. There was no answer, and Jimin looked towards Theon. Jimin ran towards Theon and hugged him tightly. Theon hugged him back. Theon, I love you too, Jimin. I love you the most in this world. You are right. This world won't let us be together. Let's be together in heavens. Jimin, you are right. Theon, they won't let us be together, he said as he backed off and kissed Theon. They fell down during their kiss itself. Mr. and Mrs. Kim ran towards them and also their friends. Mr. Kim, yeah, Thiam, Jimin, get up. He yelled and started shaking both of them, but there was no response. They immediately took both of them to the hospital. After trying so much, doctor came out of the operation hall after 1 hour. Mrs. Kim, how are my child? Are they alright? Doctor, we are really sorry, miss. Mrs. Kim, what do you mean? Doctor, they won't live for long. They just have some more minutes. Mr. Kim, what do you want to say? Doctor, actually they have taken some medicine which shouldn't be taken without eating. Also, they both are very weak and that made the medicine react very harshly on them. They haven't eaten from last 2 to 3 days maybe. The medicine have reacted very harshly on them and that's why their bodies are not anymore going to respond to anything, and I think they won't be living for much time too. Mr. and Mrs. Kim were shocked to listen that. They ran inside the room. Both of them had their conscience and both of them were looking towards each other. Mr. and Mrs. Kim stands in front of them. Mr. Kim, why did you do that? Jimin, because we loved each other. Mr. Kim, you can't love each other. How many times do you have to tell it? Young, so that means even if we get well, then you are not going to let us marry. Mr. Kim, have you gone mad or something? This is not possible. You are brothers. Jimin smiled. You are right. We can't be together, but we will be together. If not in this life, then next life we will be together. And we will show you that we are meant to be together. And we can love anyone. Although we are brothers, we can love each other. Mrs. Kim, don't talk stupid. Jimin, we are not. Yeah, he's right, Niyama. We are not talking stupid because we love each other. We will show you that love can be done to anyone. Not in this life, but in next life. We will be back. We will be back to show you that love is for everyone. We can love anyone. And not only you, we will show the world that love can be done to anyone. Even if you are brothers. I just hope that God will let us do that. Jimin, of course, no one can stop from loving us, each other. Love is above everything. Thiang, you are right, Jimin. Let's come back again and show the world. Jimin, yeah, sure. Thiang and Jimin, I love you. They said their last words and went into a deep sleep.